So tonight we're talking about remote proofing your company. We're talking about remote proofing your world. Because what a lot of companies did this year, and in fact, what a lot of humans did, I being one of those humans, is we went into March of this year not really having a clue about the entirety of this world that we just entered, not having a clue about how to really live in a pandemic world. Now, we're not going to be, thank God, we're not living in a pandemic world for the rest of eternity. We were just contacted by a company called iHerb to work with them this week with their HR team on how do you really start building your strategy for 2021. And for those of you who are saying, I don't build a strategy, I work for a company. Well, you got to build a strategy for you, right? For you. Because even though you're not the company, you are the company, right? Because you are working in your office. This is my office. It just happens to be on the second floor of my house. But for all intents and purposes, I mean, you are the company, right? You're the best of what your company has to offer. And in order to really create a successful year ahead, and in order for you to really contribute 100% to your company, so you'll be seen as a valued employee, I really think that you want to take control of really three things. So what are those three things? You really want to build a successful work environment from the ground up. You really want to build a successful team from the ground up. And I know that you're saying, I'm not the team leader, or maybe you are the team leader. You got to get clear on these things. And we led a 3-day retreat last week for another company, a great company that we work with here in San Diego called Host Healthcare. And what became very clear was that they are very clear on their culture. They're very clear on their values. And what we did over 3 days was clarify pretty much three things. What are the conversations going on next year? So that's what you see. That's what you hear. What are the feelings that you are trying to promote in your company? What do you want to feel? What does your company want to feel? What does your team want to feel? Because I think it's really, really important as you go into 2021. We know a little bit more. We know in 2021 we are going to be at home in January, right? It is not even a doubt in our minds. It's going to be January. It's going to be February. It's going to be March. Most likely May, April, May, June. So I think it's really important that you take the responsibility on yourself to create your culture, right? We call this workshop remote proofing your culture from the ground up. And then finally, what do you want to do? Like what do you want to do? What do you want to have happen to you and the other people that you're with? So let's begin. And I think if you're a team leader, if you're leading an organization, if you are a team member, it's really important to get clear on the following. So number one is feel. So what do you want to feel next year? And I think this is important. I know that we work with all our teams to create a personal statement plan, a PSP that we got from Lewis Howes. Shout out to Lewis Howes. It's really important. How do you want to feel next year? Because a lot of us feel isolated. We feel disconnected. We feel a little bit off our game. We feel, for many of us, that's BO, burnt out. We feel imbalanced. We're just out of balance, like unbalanced. And as you look to both yourself and your team, I think it's really important that you identify exactly how you want to feel next year. So Christmas is coming, New Year's is coming, Hanukkah is here, Kwanzaa's coming, Boxing Day, for those in Canada, is coming. 2021 begins. What I want to know is, how do you want to feel? So do you want to feel confident? Yeah, I want to feel more confident. Do you want to feel connected? This is the big one. Do you want to feel connected? Because if you want to feel connected, you're going to have to ask for connection, right? This is something that if you want to feel connected, you're going to have to take that upon yourself, whether you're on a team, whether you're the leader of the team or the top of the organization, wherever you are, you're going to want to have to put some movement in there. Do you want to feel accomplished, right? You want to achieve more. These are the things that I put down. I want to feel more authentic. I want to feel more balanced. Now, to do that, you're going to need to ask those people that you're connected to. And for those of us on teams who have never had conversations like this, never had conversations of like, really, Mitch, I'm going to reach out and talk to my teammates about me feeling more accomplished. Well, yeah, that is a new conversation, most likely an uncomfortable conversation. But it's one where it's like, hey team, I want to feel accomplished. What's up with that? Hey team, we should all feel more accomplished. What's up with that? Hey team, how could we do this? And I do think that, and I've seen it, we could have more authentic conversations from our little pods here inside of our houses than we've ever actually had live with the people that we work with. And I've seen it because I've seen the companies that we've been working with over the year and basically saying, look, it is, if there ever was a time for vulnerability and authenticity and transparency, I mean, now is the time to dig down because, we are raw, we are wounded, and we can start to create teams that allow us to ask for the things that we think are really, really important. And going into 2021, I can imagine that what we all want is to feel more accomplished. We want to all feel we have more clarity. Our goals are more prioritized, but even more so that we feel more connected. And to feel more connected, we've got to go out there and we've got to ask the people on our team to help us feel more connected, and it's okay, right? It's totally okay. It's the one thing that's missing right now is that connection. And it is possible. It is even possible in this virtual world. You can't shake hands, high five, you can't hug, but you certainly can get more intimate in conversations, and you can make more intimate connections. You just need to get clear that this is what 2021 is all about, and it definitely is, and definitely with the teams we're working with, that is what we're up to. So number one was feel. Get really clear on what you want to feel. The work that I did today was I want to feel more confident. I want to feel more connected. I want to feel more accomplished. I want to feel more authentic, and I want to feel more balanced. And to do that, I need to be in conversation with my teammates, and also my clients, the people I work with, and my family as well. How do I want to feel? Number two is, what do you want to see? What do you want to see? And it's kind of an interesting one because, frankly, if I don't turn my Zoom on, I don't really see anything, right? In California, in lockdown, we really see our window, our family, Trader Joe's. That's about it. And as a result, it's important that we get extremely clear. So what do I want to see? I actually put out here, I would like to see people reaching out to me and asking for help. I mean, it was great to actually, have someone reach out. This is someone who I had a connection with a while ago. I want to see more people reaching out to me. And to do that, I'm going to have to put myself out there, right? Just like this, put myself out there to say, hey, I am here to help. I want to see people prompting me to get better. I want to see people prompting me to get better. Now, to do that, I have to put myself out there to create more work, more lessons, more trainings, more workshops, and to do it with more people, which is one of the things I'm doing is working on a book with Steve Wolf out in Boston, and working with others, working with a company, Madecraft, to do more courses. I am actually putting myself in a position where people are prompting me to get better. Well, what are you doing? Or what could you do in 2021 to put yourself in a situation where people are making you better, even though you are separated? I want to see more strategic support. I want to be able to be supporting more teams on their strategies, which is something that I've just got really involved in right now, especially December, January coming up, as well as putting a course together on how to create a strategy. I want to see more inspiration. I want more inspiration in my life, which I could get through reading. I could get through watching YouTube videos. Actually, Reels on Instagram is actually really inspiring. You could just get lost in that. I will, need to, again, read, have these sources, but I would love to have people share those sources. So I'm going to be asking people, what do you do to get inspired? More content. I want to see more content. I want to create more content. I want to see money for content, and to see money for content, I will definitely need to work on that, and more partnerships. I would like to see more partnerships. The one thing though is you got to get clear, right? For 2021 to be more significant than it was this year, more meaningful than it was this year, you need to get clear on what it is that you want to see. So we talked about what do you want to feel, what do you want to see, and the third one is what do you want to hear. It's kind of the monkeys, the monkeys. So what do you want to hear? And this one specifically goes to being on a team. And this is specifically a provocation, an invitation to think about that you are responsible for the quality of your team. It's not your team leader. And I think it's more prevalent and more obvious right now that we are separated, that if you're going to sit around waiting for someone to pick up the phone, which they don't, it's not going to happen. If you're going to wait for someone to text you to say, how are you doing? To send you an email, to send you a connection to a really funny video or a GIF, it might not happen. It will happen, though, if you ask for it. You actually are responsible for the dynamic that you have on your team and the dynamic that you have in your company. You just have to get clear. I want to hear more authenticity. I want to hear more vulnerability. I actually want to speak more vulnerability. I want to hear more care. I think a lot of people are burnt out. A lot of people aren't feeling the love and the caring from others because they're not asking for it, right? It's like, I need it. And then finally, inspiration, right? Inspiration, I think my middle name. I want to hear inspiration. I would like to obviously see it and feel it, but I'd love to hear it coming into my ears. So what would you do to get more authenticity in your life? What would you do to get more vulnerability in your life? Certainly, you would work with teams. You would work with your teammates and share more vulnerability. And you would ask for it. You would ask for it from the team, and you would ask for it from specific teammates. And then you would ask for care. I mean, this is not easy, right? Nobody's been through this before, and it is not shameful to ask for what you need. It is not shameful to say, hey, I need more from you, more from my teammates. I need more people interested. So questions for 2021. What do you want to see? What do you want to feel? And what do you want to hear? And that's my prompt, my provocation to all of you, is that going into 2021, maybe over Christmas break, maybe over New Year's, that you really get clear. And I would love for those who are watching to actually send us through the chat where you've gotten clear on how you want to feel, what you want to see, and what you want to hear in the year ahead, as well as what do you want to contribute so that you can share those feelings of connectivity and accomplishment and authenticity and balance for the rest of your team, because they're waiting for you. I mean, they're out there waiting for you. People, this thing is not over. I think, we've heard about the vaccine, and that's great, and it's coming. But we're in this for another 6 months. So this is a marathon. This is a marathon, and to win a marathon, you need support, and to have the support, you got to ask for it. You really need to ask for it. So that's what I got. You want to remote proof your company, remote proof your life, remote proof the world, remote proof your team. Get really clear on what do you want to feel, what do you want to hear, and what you want to see in 2021, and be a player and be a contributor. And that's what we got. Great to see you. Let us know how else we can help you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.